Fortaleza, Brazil, a major South American tourist destination. Beautiful beaches, high-rise hotels. This is where the rich people live. But this is the other side of Fortaleza, the favelas, the slums. These favelas are the breeding ground for violence, crime, drugs, and prostitution. There are over 500,000 child prostitutes in Brazil. Some estimates go as high as 1 million. Fortaleza is a major sex tourism destination for pedophiles. The battle to save these children is a battle between darkness and light. Historically, this community, Huitau Preto in Fortaleza, has been immersed in sex and drug trafficking for over 200 years. Today, it's being battled by a powerful opponent, unconditional love. This is demonstrated by numerous stories of brave and passionate people who are called to arms using love and truth as their weapons. This is what From Heartbreak to Heaven is all about. In my world as a portrait photographer in California, this is what love looks like. This is what I portray. But I realized I live in an insulated world. The world of the favelas is so much darker. This is Lauren Lyerly. She's from California. I went to Brazil to film the story of how she rescues young girls from prostitution in the Huitau Preto slum. She showed me that the real story was about the saving power of the radical love being lived out by the brave young missionaries there. This is Andrew. He's the founder of Iris Mission Fortaleza.
And that's what I'm doing now. I have my hands open and we just cry out for God's mercy on these lives. And obviously we don't fight with swords and spears, but we fight with love, we fight with food parcels, we fight with first aid kits, we fight with the love of God.
This is Andrew loving and forgiving a woman he had gotten into rehab but fell back into drugs. This is Christ's love in action, love in the trenches. This is Lorelei. She's a wife, a mom, and a missionary, but at night she's on the streets ministering to the prostitutes.
And she'd been raped by her father and his two friends on the beach. She was 13 years old, and when I got there, she was still wearing a totally bloody little mini skirt and was holding a knife that long in her hand, just rocking back and forth in a corner.
This is Everton, 14 years old, a street kid, lives in the alleys, eats from the trash. This is what an abused and broken heart looks like. He comes to the mission house because he's accepted there and he's loved on. Nobody is denied that love. Here are two sisters, Sueli and Sulamita, both moms, both hooked on drugs. Their stories are gut-wrenching. Because of the environment that they live in, it's so difficult for them to succeed without falling back. Yet they're beautiful moms with beautiful children. Their children are the focus of the missionaries in that community. Sueni and Luisa are cousins. When asked, "Why are you so happy?" they reply, "Because Jesus loves us so much." Yet this is where they live. Imagine that. We filmed miraculous turnaround stories like Navino, former kingpin drug dealer, now missionary. Anna, who left a lifetime of crime and drugs to become an incredible teacher and preacher. Maisa, raised by a witch, incredible abuse, many suicide attempts, now a successful business owner and contributor to the community. Alex, the ex-con beach preacher.
And then I'm in prison, 23 years old. I had been arrested from the time I was 18 to 23, probably like 20 times.
Rescued by love, here he is preaching at his church on the beach. Tom in Virginia. He was rescued from a dark world and married this beautiful woman, now in the process of adopting 16 abandoned children of addicts and prostitutes. Unconditional love changes things, but we need to act. A Brazilian government study said 95% of the favela children will be sexually or physically abused. 95%. So please, join us. Help us complete this film. Help us pierce the darkness. Help us teach what the power of a Christ-like love can accomplish in anyone, anywhere.
They were gangsters, drug dealers, gunslingers involved in the gang shootouts, and now they got jobs. I mean, what do you say? What do you say to something like that? It's a miracle.
There are miracles. Both adults and children are being rescued from a life of darkness. But it's a huge, unrelenting battle. To stop child prostitution here, we need to heal this community. Right now, we're raising funds to finish this documentary. And here's what we want that documentary to accomplish. Number 1, draw more resources and missionaries to the Huitao Preto community. 2, bring awareness to the sexual exploitation of children in Brazil. 3, lay foundations for self-sustaining small business within the community. And 4, build a safe house for the Huitao Preto community. Now, I know that these are big goals, but I know that with help from people like you, we can make it happen. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you for watching, and keep us in your prayers.